right, everyone, welcome back to Drive It Out. My name is Adam, and guess what I'm in today? This is the 2024 Mustang GT. It's in this beautiful blue color that I absolutely love, and I just have to say, oh, driving in a Mustang just never gets old. I love it. It sounds great. It's comfortable. It have a commanding view out over the hood of this vehicle. It just, Mustang knows what works for their customer, and they continue to deliver. And I have to say, as a former Mustang owner, I've had a 2003 GT, a 2011 GT, and I have to say, it's so familiar while so refreshing. So my favorite thing about the Mustang is that it's always been approachable performance, and I'm so impressed with how Mustang continues to give you that same muscly feel, but they tend to always find ways to modernize it and make it easy and comfortable and approachable. So this is a GT, it's a 5-liter, right? So you've got a lot of power. The 5-liter, by the way, on the Mustang GT is now up to 480 horsepower. That's right, 480. By the way, we're at a racetrack, so you might hear some loud racing going on behind me or outside the windows as I drive around. Guys, we are at Road America. This is in Wisconsin, and I am taking part in a wonderful event right now called the MAMA 2024 Spring Rally. MAMA is Midwest Automotive Media Association, and for those of us in the media, they allow us to come out here and drive so many vehicles, and it's so much fun. Guys, I have to say that MAMA puts on a great show. I'm so thankful for them, and I'm so thankful for Ford to bring this car along with the others that they've brought here to drive. You're here to drive on track, you're here to drive on the street, and you are here to take part in some other things, maybe some autocross, maybe even some go-karting. This is a fantastic facility, but the streets around the track are also fantastic. And right now, driving in this Mustang, I have to say that it feels at home. Like, I'm on the streets around the track right now. Yesterday we drove the Dark Horse on track. Please go check that out. But this car feels very much at home being here, and I have to say that the racetrack inspires you to definitely want to get after it, right? And yesterday in that Dark Horse, we really got after it. And Road America is a wonderful track. Now, the Dark Horse is quite a bit more expensive than the GT. Yes, you're gonna get that 500 horsepower, and it's built to do track things out of the box. But your standard Mustang GT cannot and should not be overlooked. I have had, again, 2 of them. They were just regular GTs, and they're so great for the street, and they're so great for everyday driving and having that approachable performance, that they're just a joy to be in. And it doesn't get old. I absolutely dig it. We drove the 2020 Mustang Bullitt, and I forgot how much I loved that car. That is the previous generation to that, loved that Mustang Bullitt, the attitude that car had. But what do you get now that they've refreshed it again? Obviously you get that redesigned front end, and that is a subjective thing, whether or not you like that over the previous front end. It is more sleek than the other one was in some areas, but much more aggressive in other areas of the design, while maintaining that Mustang shape. That's what's important. Guys, remember, this is the only muscle car left on the market in the United States now that the Challenger and the Camaro, as we know them, are on their way out. So remember, if you want to have that muscle car formula, Mustang is now where you go. Now, we no longer have a solid rear end like I had in my 03 and my 2011 GT, so the handling has definitely improved on the modern generations. But obviously there's improved tech, right? You now have big screens staring right at you. guys, you have a 10-speed automatic in here now, right? That's what this one's equipped with. But the beautiful thing is you can still get a manual if you want that engagement. Praise to Ford and the Mustang team for still offering us that manual transmission. You've got to love it. Now, you do get paddle shifters here with that 10-speed automatic. So if you want to get after it at any moment, you can. You can start downshifting at any time just when in drive. Yeah, sounds good. Or you can actually put it in manual mode and just run off your paddles. All right, guys, let's wrap things up here on this 2024 Mustang GT. Love being at the racetrack. I don't mind the race car noises because I think it is fitting for what we've got here. Ford and Mustang both have such a great racing heritage. You hang out here at Road America, you see Mustangs in pictures all over the walls, all the way back to the 60s. It's awesome. If you want to taste a little bit of that, you don't want to just drive something normal and everyday, the Mustang is still available. It's still around. It's still here. It's still great. It's still fun to drive. It's still powerful. It still sounds good. It's still available with a V8. It's still available with a manual transmission. Guys, why not? Let me ask you, if you are going for a modern muscle car, this is really the only option new going forward that we see at this time, that it has the traditional formula, right? That front engine, V8, transmission right behind it, tiny back seats, rear wheel drive, muscle car, right? Now, we have the Dark Horse, which we raced on the track yesterday. Mustang has that crazy supercar, that GTD, right? That actually has a transaxle. That GTD is built like a, I think, 2019 Corvette ZR1. It's basically that formula, and it is a monster. So, but guys, if you're looking for something to drive on the street every day, I think you definitely still have to think about the Mustang GT. You can't beat a classic. The reason it hasn't changed much is because it's so good. And now, not only is it still good, it kind of stands alone in what it is. So a Mustang is kind of a statement piece for someone to drive. And if you are a driver, it can still be a driver's car. You can get this in a driver's car spec with the manual transmission and the track options. But the standard GT, this is actually a GT premium, so you get a lot more niceties on the inside. I'm actually particularly loving this color. Those are the wheels I would get with this color. I like that combo. This car looks beautiful. It's going to get respect and attention wherever you go. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This has been Drive It Out. Guys, we are here to preserve the love of the driving experience, and a great way to do that is to get something that has some history, some passion behind it. There's an emotional element to driving a car like this. It's not milquetoast, it's not everyday, it's not normal. Guys, here at Drive It Out, we want you to pursue driving something fun. And by all means, if you drive something that has a performance bent to it, come here. Go to a track, find a local track, find an autocross event. Guys, experience what it's like, because you can always upgrade the car, right? But when you choose to do performance driving, you choose to upgrade the driver. And that is the first place you should start. And then when you're doing that, get a tool for the job. That is awesome. Guys, this has been the GT, the Mustang GT Premium 2024. Let me know what you think. Hope you like the facelift on this thing. It's really great to drive, even in that automatic transmission, if that is what you are looking for. This has been Drive It Out. Thank you so much to Mama, the Midwest Automotive Media Association, for the spring rally here in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. We are at Road America. The grounds are beautiful. The track is first class. There's so much history here. It is a joy to be here, and the manufacturers have showed up big. Ford is no exception. Thanks, guys. I will see you in the next review.